Brazil 2025 just delivered absolute chaos, and I need to talk about what we just witnessed at Interlagos, because here's the thing that no one is talking about. This wasn't just about Lando's perfect weekend or Max's heroic recovery from the pit lane. This was the race where every single team had a story, from Ferrari's nightmare double DNF to rookies battling penalty points to home hero Bortoleto's heartbreak. And here's what you need to understand. This race completely reshuffled the championship battle. With just 3 rounds left, Lando extended his lead to massive 24 points. But the way it happened, that's the real story. So stick with me, because I'm breaking down every team, all 10 of them, what went right, what went catastrophically wrong, and what this means for the title fight. Let's dive in. Before lights out, we had a massive question hanging over Interlagos. Could Max salvage his championship hopes? He was 39 points behind Lando, knocked out in Q1, and Red Bull made the nuclear decision. Pit lane start with completely new engine and setup. They literally tore the car apart Saturday night. But here is where it gets spicy. This wasn't even Red Bull's biggest problem, because Lando Norris just executed the perfect weekend. Listen to this run. Fastest in the only practice session. Sprint pole, sprint win, Grand Prix pole, and Grand Prix win. That's a clean sweep. 33 points in one weekend. But Oscar Piastri, he had a nightmare scenario. First, he crashes out of the sprint on lap 6 at turn 3, just caught that wet curb with his front left. Boom, straight into the barriers. Then in the main race, he gets a lunging opportunity at the restart. So the safety car comes out on lap 1 because Bortoleto, the Brazilian rookie, at his home race gets squeezed by Lance Stroll and crashes out. Already devastating, right? But when they restart on lap 7, Piastri sees his chance. He dives down the inside of Kimi Antonelli for P2 heading into turn 1. Makes contact. Antonelli gets pushed wide and slams into Charles Leclerc's Ferrari. Leclerc's wheel just comes off like a polo mint, according to Martin Brundle. The Monegasque out of the race. Virtual safety car, and Piastri 10-second time penalty. But wait, it gets worse for Ferrari, because Lewis Hamilton, he gets tagged by Carlos Sainz at turn 1 on lap 1, drops from P13 to P18. Then he clips Franco Colapinto's rear end, destroys his front wing and the floor, massive damage to the floor. He pits, he gets a 5-second penalty for causing a collision, and by lap 17 he's running P17 saying over the radio, "Mate, I'm going to crash out here. The car is crazy unstable." Ferrari retires him on lap 40, both Ferraris DNF, 0 points. Now, while Ferrari imploded, Mercedes had this fascinating dynamic happening, because rookie Kimi Antonelli, just 19 years old, finished second. His best result of his rookie season. He was keeping Max behind at the end. That's genuinely impressive pace. George Russell brought it home, P4, solid points, but here's what nobody saw coming. Max Verstappen started from the pit lane. He couldn't even join the formation lap, had to wait for a green light at pit exit. And this absolute madman carved through the field to finish third. P3 from pit lane, a track where overtaking is possible but not easy. Limited the damage to just 13 points lost to Norris. This is vintage Verstappen. This is why he's a 4-time world champion. When the car is terrible, when everything goes wrong, he still delivers. Alright, let's rapid fire through the midfield, because everyone had drama. Haas, Oli Berman finished P6, the rookie's having an incredible season, started P8, kept his nose clean, brought home 8 points. Esteban Ocon finished P12 after starting way back. Racing Bulls, double points finish. Liam Lawson P7, Isaac Hadjar P8. That's a massive for their constructor battle with Aston Martin. Sauber, Nico Hülkenberg P9, his teammate Bortoleto crashed twice this weekend. First that massive 57G crash in the sprint, then squeezed out on lap 1 of the race. Heartbreaking for the home crowd. Alpine, Pierre Gasly grabbed P10, and this is wild. Gasly was baffled by their pace, said, "We don't fully know why we're suddenly competitive here." Franco Colapinto finished P15 after his sprint crash and the Hamilton contact. Williams, Alex Albon P11, Carlos Sainz P13. They just couldn't find pace all weekend. Albon got caught up in Bortoleto's final lap sprint crash debris. Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso P14, Lance Stroll P16. After looking strong in sprint qualifying with both drivers in top 10, they faded in the race. Stroll also caused that lap 1 incident with Bortoleto. Red Bull's second car, Yuki Tsunoda, finished dead last in P17 after qualifying P19. Red Bull's first double Q1 exit in nearly 20 years. He just had no pace all weekend. So here's your key takeaway from Brazil 2025. Lando Norris now leads by 24 points with 3 races left: Las Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. There's basically one DNF between him and disaster, or between him and his first world championship. Verstappen proved he's never out of the fight with that recovery drive, but realistically, he's 341 points to Norris's 390 and Piastri's 366. It's now a two-horse race between the McLaren teammates. And Ferrari, they just handed Mercedes P2 in the Constructors' Championship after scoring 0 points. That's a disaster. The championship momentum has completely shifted. 3 weeks ago, Max was surging. Now, Lando is in control, but we've got Vegas under the lights coming up, and anything can happen. What do you think? Is Lando finally going to seal his first title? Can Max pull off another miracle? And what the hell is going on with Alpine suddenly finding pace? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you want more deep dive F1 analysis like this covering every single team, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss when I break down Las Vegas.